Chances are this Easter you're going to want a beautiful show-stopping cake to crown your table. When you've got friends and family round and there's all of those beautiful coloured eggs everywhere, this cake is going to need to make a statement. And as with all good things in life, this starts with a chocolate mud cake. In this pan I have unsalted butter, a little bit of water, which trust me works, and some coffee. And to that I'm going to add in some 70% dark chocolate, and this is going to go on the hob to melt. When you give the mixture a little stir, the chocolate will melt beautifully into the butter. While that's melting, we can get on with our dry ingredients. In this bowl I have half plain flour and half self-raising flour, a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda and a pinch of salt. Because this is a treat cake, you're going to need some sugar, cacao powder, once you've mixed your dry ingredients, it's time to just check on the mixture in your pan. In this scientific beaker here, which I just love, I've got some buttermilk. Into that I'm going to crack 6 eggs, bring all of this together, give it a little mix around. This beautiful mixture is going straight into our cake mix. There's one last ingredient to add, and that's our Food Thoughts cacao nibs. Once you've loaded up your tins, these are going to go in a preheated oven, quite a low oven at 160 degrees, for about 45 to 50 minutes until they are risen and a tester comes out with just a couple of crumbs left to it. While your cake is cooling and getting ready to be decorated, we can make our frosting. On the stove, I'm heating up a mixture of double cream and golden syrup. It will pour onto the chocolate and melt it. And once that's done, this can go in the fridge. Once your whipped fudge frosting has cooled, it's time to add that whipped element to it. So you'll see that it looks almost like it's set, but it's still going to be soft enough to whip it up. And adding the extra air into it is going to make it really light and fluffy. Stir the butter through the chocolate so that it melts. And once that's gone, add in another little bit. On the stove I've got a frying pan which I've set on a super low heat, and I'm just going to bring it up so that it's warm enough to melt a little bit of chocolate. Once your chocolate drip has cooled down just a little bit, it's ready to go on the cake. Now this is super fun, and it never goes the same way every time you do it, so you just have to be a little bit free and easy. Once you've been all around your edges and you've got those pretty little drips making their way down the cake, just take a little extra of your chocolate and start to fill up the top. First of all, we have our lovely chocolate egg that we prepared earlier, and this is just going to sit on top of the cake. What I'm going to do, you're going to need a little bit of weight. So I've got some little sugary mini eggs. So if you're wondering how I've achieved the miraculous feat of making these eggs stand up a little bit, there's a trick. If you take a little mini egg and hide it beneath the back, that will bolster up your chocolate eggs and just give them a little bit of a 3D feel. And there you have it. This is your Easter showstopper cake. It's a chocolate mud cake made with Food Thoughts cacao powder and cacao nibs in there for a little bit of texture. You have a whipped fudge frosting filling and covering the cake, and a chocolate drip on top, just making its cheeky way down the sides. Topped off with a beautifully adorned egg and all of the Easter treats of the rainbow. I think this would be the perfect cake for any Easter table. Happy Easter!